Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Robo Celestial here with a new video for you. Welcome to the part 2 of What If Deku Was a Saiyan Season 2. I just wanted to greet you guys by just saying, sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So, we begin. As Muscular is about to land the finishing blow, he gets pushed back by sheer force of winds. Clouds beginning to form and lightning hit the forest. Everyone sees and hears the loud thunder questioning what's happening. The pebbles on the ground near Deku rises, the whole forest shakes like an earthquake with everyone still questioning what's going on. Todoroki notices this power similar to UA Sports Festival. He thinks to himself saying, this power is so familiar, where have I seen it before? His minds click and realize it's Deku. We say to Bakago, I think that's Deku, let's defeat this villain quickly. Deku eyes disappear, his hair glow yellow, then green, then yellow, and then finally he yells out a loud "Rah!" His eyes turn blue and his hair turns yellow and the sky shines bright with yellow from his energy. Muscular is taken back by this but says just because you powered up doesn't mean you'll still win, and charges at Deku. Koda is apparently alive and landing on a ledge but unable to move. He hears what's going on. He wonders, why is he doing this for me? Deku just stares at Muscular and Muscular gets hit by nothing, getting sent flying. He tries again to attack but Deku swiftly dodges and elbows his hand, then punching him in the gut. Muscular backing off, clutching his gut, coughing out blood, asks, just what are you? Deku says, I am the hope of the people. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am the truth. I am and will be the #1 hero. I am Izuku Meteora. He charges at Muscular so fast he has no time to react and gets sent flying. Deku says, you've done enough harm, now playtime's over. He charges up a Kyoto Blast. Muscular is consumed in a green Kai wave which flies above the forest for everyone to see. Deku realizes he defeated Msukukeller but at the cost of Koda cries but he hears a voice. He looks towards the ledge as Koda. Koda says he's alive and he's his hero and to help him up. Deku smiles at this and comes down to grab Koda and flies back up towards the ledge. He says, let's get you to Anazawa, okay? Deku flies at high speeds, meeting Anazawa, dropping off Koda and saying, tell Mandalay what's there, after he helps secure the two villains, Spinner and Kenji. Anazawa runs with Koda, wondering what's up with his hair. He runs off to find Bakago to ensure his safety. Tamura and the rest realize that Deku has killed one of their men, gets angry and says, call off the Bakago kid, we're now getting a green-haired kid called Izuku Meteora. Mandalay sends a broadcast to everyone saying they're after Bakago and to protect him. He runs into Itsuka and Testu. They see him and say, what's up with your hair? But most importantly, they tell him not to breathe in the gas. Deku powers up, removing the gas from the area, dismantling the kid with the gas with ease and say, stay safe, him off. He runs into Mizo and he tells him that Fumicage's dark shadow is out of control and what happens to his hair. Deku says never mind that and starts to think how he can control Dark Shadow. Then he realizes he needs light to calm it down. He increases his aura towards Dark Shadow, making him smaller and smaller to the point where Fumicage can contain him. Fumicage thanks him and Deku tells both of them we need to find Bakago and protect him when he gets back to camp. They run and find Todoroki and Bakago finish fighting the villains. They tell Bakago and Todoroki to follow them to the camp. As this is happening, Ochoko and Froppy are dealing with Toga when she suddenly disappears. They run into them explaining what's their plan. Froppy asks, you're protecting Bakago, where is he? They turn around and he's gone. They hear a voice and look towards a tree branch to see a guy in the mask. They ask, who are you and where's Bakago? He says, I am Mr. Compressor, I took your friend with my magic, and shows them a blue marble in his hand. Side note, must say Mr. Compressor didn't get the news on time that they needed Deku, so he went after Bakago. Todoroki launches a big ice wall which Mr. Compressor jumps into the air. Mr. Compressor says, aha, you'll never get me. Deku says, you underestimate us. He flies so fast that no one sees him and punches Mr. Compressor, making him drop the marbles. He says, Todoroki catch. Todoroki wonders why they are two. Mr. Compressor says, damn you kid. He tries the same trick on Deku but it does nothing because of Deku's Kai blocked it. He was taken back by this but then gets slammed to the ground by Deku, and Deku, still bloodthirsty, shoots a Kai blast, killing him. This scares them. He flies back down and says, I won't hurt you, but for some reason when I see a villain I lash out. Todoroki frees back Fago and Funkage explains to Balago what happens and they head to camp. Momo sees a Nomu and hides. She makes a tracking device and tells another student to use his quirk to attack it on it. Toga runs to Dabai and twice saying that she only got one and that she meets two friends and a boy that she loves. They see a large group of people in the forest thinking it's them but it's the students. Dabai throws a fire attack at them which spreads them out and Deku launches a Kai blast which hits the blast and explodes. Twice comes from behind but Bakago blasts him away. Both the villains and the rest all get ready to fight. Toga tries to surprise attack with knives and blushing saying, I'm Toga, give me your blood. Izuku, he snaps again and grabs Toga arms and throws her against a tree, knocking her out. Dabai and Twice know they're out the match, so Dabai makes a firewall walling them in. Twice uses this and grabs Toga and retreats to the portal that opens out of thin air. Deku says oh no you don't, and shoots a blast cutting of Dabai arms he grasps in pain and they disappear through the portal. They all get the camp knowing that everyone's safe. Deku power fades and he falls unconscious. The last day of camp ends and everyone happy that everyone's safe. They return to the school. The class 1 teacher is having a meeting. The principal says thanks to Izuku he saved 2 students from harm but killed 2 villains in the process. He tells All Might you need to talk to Izuku because heroes shouldn't kill villains. All Might obliges and gets a phone call and says he must answer the call and walks out of the room taking it. He gets a call from Naomasa saying they found where the villains might be and they'll need his strength with other heroes. All Might buffs up and says I am here to counterattack. The news outlet report on this saying that no one was harmed but 2 students were captured but a kid called Izuku Meteora saved them. Deku wakes up in bed with the class of 1 greeting him. They all talk but then Kirishima runs into Todoroki later and asks what is he doing here. Todoroki asks the same question back to him. All Might and Naomasa received the device that will track the Nomu that Momo made and say All Might says you really have grown truly hero worthy. But now, leave it to us. They later tell Lydia about it and Lydia says you're going to ask Momo to make another one of those so you can track them. Todoroki says what if it does mean that? Lydia gets a flashback to his brother telling him not to cause trouble and leave it to the pro heroes. Lydia says yells you fools like All Might said there are sometimes things we should leave to the pro heroes. Kirishima says well you right but me. Todoroki and Deku want to do more to help. Lydia says this is none of your matter, not even a student got captured and we should leave it that way because we stand no chance against the League of Villains. Todoroki, Deku, and Kirishima all agree with Lydia logic because they got no one they can really save so they don't go. All Might enter the room and asks for everyone to please get out. He wants to talk to Deku. All Might asks about the previous days and if he's okay. Deku says he's perfectly fine which makes All Might happy but All Might brings up about how he killed villains. Deku says yeah I'm sorry when I powered up I couldn't control it against villains. All Might asks transformation. Deku says yeah I got really strong and my hair turned yellow. All Might says can you show me it? Deku says yes and powers up. All Might is taken back the power and realizes he should have given him one for all. He covers his grief about that and says I feel great power and you keep going and you'll definitely achieve your goal. Tamura clutches his fist and slams the table saying damn it. We lost 2 kids not to mention. We lost 2 of our members and even more who got arrested. Tamura sees Dabai arm gone and asks what happened. Dabai said a boy with yellow hair who looked similar to the one you're also gauging over about cut my arm off before I could escape. Tamura then realizes and says it's that damn brat, he always foils our plans. Next time we or I see him you kill him. After they take Tamura and All for One to jail but sadly because of his head injury from All Might All for One dies. Tamura later realizes he's dead and goes incensed and wants to kill. Thank you all for sticking around and I hope that you enjoyed. Before you leave we would just like to let you know that We The Celestials has many other channels for your entertainment and viewing purposes. All the information you'll need is right below here in the description. So feel free to check out all the other incredible projects our team creates. Secondly, on behalf of We The Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. That's all for today's video. So goodbye and have a divine day.